a fortress of stone and ice, harboring secrets older than recorded history. Legends speak of lost civilizations and cities.
When Russian explorers uncovered it, they thought they were looking at natural rock formations, but they were dead wrong. Hidden under the icy layers of Russia's wilderness lies a prehistoric megastructure that defies every rule of archaeology. Experts say it's older than recorded history, yet its walls show signs of precision engineering that shouldn't have been possible in the ancient world. From its strange magnetic readings to massive chambers carved with unnatural symmetry, this discovery has forced scientists to question everything they thought they knew about early civilization. Follow along as we uncover the mind-bending story of Russia's mysterious underground structure and why it's terrifying scientists around the world. The discovery that changed everything. The North Caucasus region of Russia is a land of towering mountains, deep valleys, and untamed wilderness. Among these massive peaks stands Karahora Mountain, located in the Kabardino-Balkaria Republic of the Russian Federation. For centuries, local legends spoke of underground cities and passages beneath these mountains, but most people dismissed these stories as folklore. That all changed when Arthur Gemachov, a respected Russian speleologist, decided to explore the summit of Karahora in 2011. Speleology is the scientific study and exploration of caves, and Gemachov had spent years investigating the mysterious cave systems of the Caucasus, but nothing in his experience could have prepared him for what he was about to find. As he climbed toward the peak, Gemachov noticed something unusual. There was an opening in the mountain, but it looked different from the natural cave formations he'd seen before. The entrance was narrow, measuring only about 40 by 120 centimeters. To the untrained eye, it might have seemed like just another crack in the rock. But Gemachov's trained instincts told him this was something worth investigating. What happened next would become one of the most puzzling archaeological mysteries of our time. He realized he wasn't entering a natural cave at all. He was entering something that appeared to be deliberately constructed by intelligent hands, descending into the impossible. The descent into the Karahora shaft is not for the faint of heart. Explorers must first squeeze through that incredibly narrow entrance. The shaft extends for approximately 40 meters, which is roughly 130 feet, deep into the mountain. But here's where things get truly extraordinary. The walls of this shaft aren't rough and irregular like you'd expect in a natural cave. They're remarkably straight and smooth, almost polished to an unnatural sheen. Even stranger, the shaft is constructed from massive megalithic blocks, some estimated to weigh up to 200 tons. These enormous stone slabs are fitted together at precise right angles with minimal gaps between them. Imagine trying to build something like this today with modern equipment. Now imagine doing it in a remote mountain location with stone blocks weighing as much as several trucks. And remember, this isn't on the surface where you could use cranes and heavy machinery. This is deep inside a mountain. The shaft has multiple sections, or knees, as explorers call them. About 9 meters down, the passage shifts direction, then drops again. After another 23 meters of descent, there's another turn. The entire journey down takes experienced climbers about an hour. And here's something truly unsettling. As soon as you pass the first bend, absolute silence engulfs you. No sound from the outside world penetrates this deep. You're completely cut off from the surface. The underground Hall of Giants. After descending more than 80 meters into the mountain, explorers finally reach what researchers have dubbed the Flask. This is a massive underground chamber that defies belief. The hall soars to heights of approximately 118 feet, creating a vast subterranean space carved from solid rock. The construction inside this chamber is what truly baffles scientists. The walls are composed of treated stone blocks, both tufa and granite, fitted together with extraordinary precision. These aren't small stones. These are genuine megalithic blocks, arranged in multiple layers and sandwiched together so tightly that you can barely see the joints between them. Some of these blocks stand on top of each other at perfect 90-degree angles, showcasing a level of engineering skill that seems impossible for the supposed time period. There are also structures that look like columns, suggesting some form of architectural planning. The smoothness and precision of the stone cutting is so advanced that it appears machine-made, yet no evidence of modern tools has been found. Russian photographer Alexander Sploshnov later descended into the shaft and captured detailed photographs that confirmed what Zhemokov had reported. These images, now shared across research forums and online platforms, show the geometric regularity of the construction and the incredible precision of the stonework. Some stones near the structure even appear to have markings that look machine-made, and surfaces that appear artificially cut. The ventilation mystery, perhaps one of the most perplexing features of the Karahora shaft, is something you can feel but can't see: the constant flow of air. Explorers consistently report experiencing a steady breeze of fresh air circulating through the shaft and its various passages. This isn't just a slight draft. It's a noticeable, continuous airflow that suggests a sophisticated ventilation system. What makes this even more mysterious is that the air flows through numerous narrow side tunnels and tiny cavities that branch off from the main shaft. Many of these passages are so small that even a child couldn't squeeze through them, let alone an adult. Yet somehow, air moves freely through this intricate network of channels. Some researchers speculate that this design was deliberately engineered to regulate airflow, temperature, or cooling within the subterranean complex. The precision required to create such a system would demand advanced knowledge of air pressure, thermodynamics, and structural engineering. Could ancient builders really have possessed such sophisticated understanding? Others have suggested even more intriguing possibilities. What if the airflow served a technological purpose? Could this have been part of an ancient energy system? Some researchers have compared the shaft's design to the features of a resonance chamber or even an organ pipe, suggesting it might have been designed to amplify or manipulate sound and vibration in specific ways. Construction without light. One of the most haunting aspects of the Karahora shaft raises a simple but profound question. How did anyone build this in complete darkness? When modern explorers descend into the shaft with powerful LED flashlights, their beams barely penetrate the depths of the tiny side cavities that branch off from the main chamber. Even with today's lighting technology, visibility is severely limited. Yet, somehow, ancient builders supposedly carved these passages with incredible precision, without any evidence of fire or artificial light. No burn marks have been found on the walls. No soot residue, no torch holders, no evidence of any illumination system whatsoever. This absence of lighting evidence creates a genuine puzzle. How do you cut stone with precision in absolute darkness? How do you align massive blocks at perfect right angles when you can't see what you're doing? Adding to the mystery is the complete absence of artifacts. No tools have been found, no pottery, no signs of habitation or workspace, no construction debris. It's as if whoever built this place simply vanished, leaving behind only the structure itself. Russian researcher Vadim Chernobrov, who led expeditions to study the site, noted the eerie emptiness, describing how the tiny cavities extended deep into the rock, their depths unilluminated even by the powerful beams of our flashlights. Theories and speculation. So who could have built such a structure, and why? The theories range from plausible to extraordinary. Some researchers suggest this could be evidence of a lost civilization with advanced technological knowledge. The precision of the construction, the scale of the megalithic blocks, and the sophisticated ventilation system all point to builders with capabilities far beyond what we typically attribute to prehistoric peoples. The similarities to other ancient megalithic structures are striking. Some have compared the Karahora shaft to the precision stonework found in Egyptian pyramids, where massive blocks are fitted together with remarkable accuracy. Others have noted similarities to megalithic sites in South America, where enormous stones were somehow transported and assembled with techniques we still don't fully understand. Could there have been a global civilization in ancient times with knowledge that was later lost? Some researchers point to the careful placement of megalithic sites around the world and wonder if they might have been connected in ways we don't yet understand. The Karahora shaft, hidden deep in the Caucasus Mountains, might be part of a much larger picture. More conventional theories suggest the structure could have been a burial site, a food storage facility, a water system, or even a refuge during times of conflict. The ventilation system might have been designed to preserve whatever was stored inside. However, none of these explanations fully account for the massive scale of construction or the incredible precision of the stonework for what would seem to be relatively simple purposes. The region's hidden secrets. The Karahora shaft isn't the only mysterious underground structure in this region. The area around Kabardino-Balkaria is riddled with legends about underground cities and interconnected tunnel systems. Local folklore, passed down through generations, speaks of ancient peoples who lived in vast cave networks beneath the mountains. Near the village of Zayukovo, in Kabardino-Balkaria, researchers have discovered mysterious multi-kilometer tunnels that some believe connected ancient settlements. Locals have long told stories about underground civilizations and hidden passages, stories that were once dismissed as mere legends. But discoveries like the Karahora shaft suggest these legends might have roots in reality. The region is also home to other enigmatic features. There are several stone structures that look like giant mushrooms, scattered among mountain groves. Nobody knows for certain whether these are natural formations or artificial constructions. Local residents simply call them mushrooms, and they add to the area's air of mystery. There are also numerous dolmens throughout the Caucasus Mountains, megalithic structures made of large stone slabs arranged in specific patterns. These dolmens, dating back thousands of years, show that ancient peoples in this region did indeed have the capability to work with massive stones. But the dolmens are crude compared to the precision found in the Karahora shaft. World War II. Connections. The mystery of the Karahora shaft gained an additional layer of intrigue due to historical events during World War II. There is documented evidence that Nazi researchers explored the Caucasus region during the war years. The SS organization Unanswered, known for its obsession with ancient artifacts and mystical knowledge, sent expeditions to various locations around the world, including the Caucasus Mountains. According to testimony from local residents, these German researchers were searching for legendary sites, including the mythical entrance to Shambhala and the Holy Grail. The Nazi Alpine Division Edelweiss also conducted expeditions in this mountainous region, even planting Nazi flags on Mount Elbrus, the highest peak in Europe, which is located in the Kabardino-Balkaria region. Near some of the underground structures in this area, ancient swastika symbols have been found carved into stones, along with modern numbers. These carvings clearly weren't made by ancient peoples, suggesting that more recent explorers, possibly including those Nazi expeditions, visited these sites. Whether they discovered the Karahora shaft or other underground structures remains a matter of speculation. But the historical connection adds another intriguing element to the mystery. Some researchers wonder if these wartime explorers found something significant and kept it secret. Others dismiss this as mere speculation. But the documented presence of organized expeditions searching for ancient sites in this exact region during the 1940s is a matter of historical record, scientific debate, and controversy. Not everyone agrees that the Karahora shaft is an artificial structure. Vera Davydenko, head of the Kabardino-Balkan Geological Exploration Expedition, offers a more conventional explanation. She argues that the rocks in the area are formed by volcanic materials, including ash, lava fragments, and volcanic glass. According to Davydenko's analysis, when volcanic material erupts and cools, it can crack and separate in ways that create the appearance of individual blocks. The deepening found at sites like the one near Zayukovo, she suggests, represents gravitational tearing characterized by flat connecting surfaces. In other words, what looks like carefully cut and placed blocks might actually be the result of natural geological processes. However, Davydenko does acknowledge that prehistoric peoples could have used and modified these natural cavities. Other geologists who have examined photographs and documentation from the site have expressed different opinions. Viktor Kotlyarov, an author who has written more than 50 books on Caucasus history and geography, showed images of the structures to multiple geologists, including foreign experts. According to Kotlyarov, most of them favor the theory of artificial origin, with many stating they had never seen anything like it before. The debate highlights a fundamental challenge in archaeology and geology. Sometimes natural processes can create surprisingly regular patterns. But at what point does surprisingly regular become too perfect to be natural? The Karahora shaft sits right at that uncertain boundary where nature and human engineering seem to blur together. The curse rumors. Adding a darker dimension to the story are persistent rumors about a curse associated with the discovery. According to various reports, several people connected with the initial exploration and documentation of the Karahora shaft met untimely deaths in the years following the discovery. Arthur Zhemakov, the speleologist who first reported the shaft in 2011, allegedly died in a car accident in 2015, shortly after announcing another significant find in the region. Vadim Chernobrov, who led research expeditions to study the site and coordinated investigations through the Cosmopolis Association, reportedly died of cancer in 2017. These consecutive losses, along with rumors of other unexplained deaths among those involved in the investigation, have fueled speculation about a curse. Some whisper about powerful interests that want to keep the shaft's secrets buried. Others suggest supernatural explanations. Skeptics, of course, point out that correlation doesn't prove causation, and that accidents and illnesses happen regardless of archaeological discoveries. Car accidents and cancer are, tragically, common causes of death that require no mysterious explanations. Nevertheless, these stories have become part of the Karahora legend, adding an element of danger and mystery that captures people's imagination. Whether there's any truth to a curse, or whether these are simply tragic coincidences, will likely never be definitively proven one way or another. Unanswered questions. Despite more than a decade passing since the initial discovery, the Karahora shaft remains largely unstudied by mainstream archaeological institutions. There's been an eerie silence from official academic channels. No major universities have launched comprehensive investigations. No carbon dating results have been published. No formal archaeological surveys have been conducted with findings released to the scientific community. Much of what we know comes from independent explorers, amateur researchers, and scattered photo documentation. Why hasn't this site received more attention? Some suggest it's simply remote and difficult to access, making proper scientific investigation challenging and expensive. Others wonder if there are political or bureaucratic obstacles preventing further study. The fundamental questions remain unanswered. When was this structure built? By whom? For what purpose? How were blocks weighing up to 200 tons transported to a mountain peak and then lowered deep underground? What technology or techniques were used to achieve such precision? Why was such a massive structure built in such a remote and inaccessible location? The absence of any artifacts, tools, or evidence of habitation makes dating the structure extraordinarily difficult. Without organic material to carbon date or clear cultural markers, we can only speculate about its age. Could it be thousands of years old? Tens of thousands? Even older? What it means for history. The implications of the Karahora shaft are profound if we accept it as an artificial structure created by ancient peoples. It would suggest that prehistoric civilizations possessed capabilities far beyond what mainstream archaeology currently attributes to them. The precision engineering, the understanding of ventilation and airflow, the ability to work with megalithic blocks in extreme conditions, all of these point to sophisticated knowledge. If the shaft is truly prehistoric, it would join a growing list of ancient sites around the world that challenge our timeline of human civilization. From Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, with its intricate carvings dating back over 11,000 years, to the underwater structures off the coast of Japan, there are numerous discoveries that suggest advanced capabilities in the distant past. The structure might represent a lost chapter in human history, evidence of knowledge that was developed and then somehow lost over millennia. It raises questions about what else might be hidden beneath the earth, waiting to be discovered. How many other sites like this exist, buried under mountains, deserts, or jungles, unknown to modern science? The Karahora shaft also reminds us how much we still don't know about our past. Despite all our technology and scientific advancement, there are still mysteries that elude explanation. These mysteries keep us humble and curious, driving us to keep exploring and questioning what we think we know. The Karahora shaft stands as a testament to human curiosity and the enduring mysteries of our planet. Whether it's the work of an unknown ancient civilization, evidence of lost technological knowledge, or simply a remarkable geological formation that was later modified by prehistoric peoples, it deserves serious scientific investigation. What remains certain is that somewhere in the remote Caucasus Mountains of Russia, there exists a structure that continues to puzzle everyone who studies it. Its polished walls, massive blocks, sophisticated ventilation, and mysterious purpose all combine to create one of the most intriguing archaeological enigmas of our time. So, what do you think? Could this really be evidence of an advanced ancient civilization? Or is there a simpler explanation we're missing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.